Hello, CFA Rocks. It's your girl Zari. Peep the name tag. Here with a video for you, a tutorial on breaking down the ice cream machine. Today we are starting a new rotation of ice cream machine breakdown. So starting today, we're breaking down the ice cream machine on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So I'm basically going to be going through step by step on the process of breaking down the ice cream machine for y'all. That way you can refer back to this video anytime that you are asked to break down the ice cream machine on those said days. I've already started a bit of the process, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and put the ice cream machine on wash. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to hit the auto button and then hit the wash button, which automatically transfers the ice cream machine into a wash mode. And then after you put it on wash, you're going to create your ice cream buckets, and it usually needs to wash for about 15 minutes before you can actually start the breakdown process, which we'll get to in just a few minutes. So the ice cream machine is already on wash for us. And then I'm going to go ahead and make our ice cream buckets. It's going to consist of a bucket of hot water, a bucket of sanitizer water, and then an empty bucket, but I'll show y'all those in a bit. But we're going to go ahead and flip over to the next clip. Like I said in the previous clip, we're going to be making our ice cream buckets. So you can come follow me. So basically, you're going to grab 3 12-quart buckets from up here. And if you aren't tall enough to reach it, you can either use Jason or you can grab a ladder. So, like I said, you need 3 buckets. One we're going to fill with hot water, one we're going to fill with sanitizer water, and the last one we're going to use is an empty bucket. One of the buckets is going to consist of sanitizer water. And the sanitizer water that I'm referring to are these K5 packets found in the very back on this very top shelf. I went ahead and reached it off camera, so same thing. If y'all need help grabbing it, grab Jason or a ladder. You're basically going to grab 2 packets of these because we're going to divide it. Well, one's going to be for one side of the ice cream machine, the other's going to be for the other half. If you're breaking down the front counter ice cream machine, you can only use one of these packets because it's only one quantity of ice cream. But since we are working with a larger machine, we're going to need 2 packets. So again, they're found all the way in the back on this very top shelf in this box that says K5 sanitizer. So it might be a little hard to hear me over the sink, so I apologize in advance. So basically what I went ahead and did was my first bucket for sanitizer water, I went ahead and poured the sanitizer in the bucket. Now we're going to fill it up to this 12-quart line. And I'm just going to use this whisk to kind of like stir it in, that way the sanitizer water dissolves. And after that, we're going to do the same thing with the water bucket, except it's only going to be water. And you can use this sink right here that's right next to the ice cream. You can walk past. A few steps I'm going to go over. We're taking back dishes. So before you start the breakdown process of the ice cream machine, you want to make sure that this silver plate is back with the white little bucket under it. You also want to make sure that this silver tray is back. However, this red tray can stay just because we still want something to catch the shake base. And we'll get this back in just a second. We want to make sure that the milkshake guard is also back. In just a moment, we're going to take these lids off, and there's going to be 2 silver holes, one in each of them that we're going to pull out and take back, and I'm going to do that off camera. And then lastly, on Saturdays, we're going to make sure this entire shake rack goes back. So these will disassemble, the entire rack will disassemble, and everything will come off of it. Alrighty, so the very first step we're going to do is making sure that we're completely draining out the ice cream machine. So like I said, it's already been on wash, so we're going to go ahead and pull down all the levers and just drain it out. To be completely empty, and there should be no drippage or spillage by the time that we're done. If it takes more than 1 bucket, you can feel free to grab more than 1 bucket or just drain it out one at a time. However, we are not going to save this ice cream machine. So every time that we break down the ice cream machine, we're just going to go pour it out. Which is really important for us to make sure that we are not filling up the ice cream machine all the way before, we waste 15 cases of ice cream. So making sure on the nights that we are breaking down the ice cream machine, we are not filling it up extremely high before it's time to break it out. Team, sorry in advance for the highway traffic back and forth, but team members gotta do what they gotta do. So, we left off where I said we were draining all the ice cream out. I went ahead, the next step is gonna be pouring the hot water into the ice cream machine, and with your 12-quart bucket, you're gonna make sure you pour it in half and half on each side. So, each side you get about 6 quarts of water. I went ahead and grabbed my handy dandy scrubber tool. You're gonna use this to scrub the inside of the ice cream machine, and you'll find it right here under the hand washing sink. Like I said, the next step is gonna be grabbing the scrubbing tool, and then after you pour your water, you're basically just going to go in and scrub the ice cream machine. That way you're getting all the leftover residue off. And then the next step is going to be to drain it out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera for you guys. Basically, I went ahead and drained the water from both sides, which is the regular water. So again, we're going to pour the regular water first. And now that that's drained, I went ahead and did some heavy lifting. Didn't want to show too much of the guns off screen for y'all. And I went ahead and put the sanitizer water in the right side. So the sanitizer water is strictly going to go in the right side of the ice cream machine, and then it's going to bubble over to the left side. So again, sanitizer water in the right side, hot water in both sides. I went ahead and did the scrubbing off screen, so basically I'm going to repeat the same process, scrubbing both sides, and then I'm going to go ahead and drain it off camera. And by that time, I'm going to go ahead and have already done clean the spinners and cut the ice cream machine off, and we'll be back when it's time to actually break down the ice cream machine. So the final step as far as breaking down the actual ice cream machine. So this is the disassembly process. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to unscrew these 4 screws from the ice cream machine, and I'm going to try to do that quickly. You throw them in the bucket. You want to make sure that you have a bucket prepared and ready to put all your pieces in. Same thing, disassemble pieces on the top. And then you throw them in the bucket. Next thing you're going to do is I like to go ahead and grab these 2 levers and just pull it out. So it's going to come out straight like that. Then there is a little tool on the side. You're going to pull it straight out. If I can grab it, like that. Toss that right in there too. And now these levers will actually detach and come out. Now these tubes right here, I'd like to pull these 2 on the outsides out and push down on the one in the middle, but it looks like not working, so just pull straight up. You can have it go down and straight up. Then I like to place my bucket on the counter somewhere, have more room to work. Then we're going to pull this entire piece out. So this entire thing will come out. So once you have that out, these 2 little pieces will come straight down. And then you also want to be sure to remove the tubes from here. So these black rubber pieces also need to come out. Then you're going to pull these spinners out. Once you pull it out, you want to make sure to detach the plastic pieces to them. So you just pull it straight down. And it should come off with ease, except it's not, so I apologize, but there we go. Same thing on the other side. Pull it straight out. Pull the tubes down. And then up. Don't hurt yourself doing this. And then in the very back are going to be something that I like to call lube tubes. Basically, it's a piece in the very back of the ice cream machine. I'm not sure what it does. We can research that later. However, you're just going to pull them out. And then 2 more rubber pieces are going to come off of it. So, the first one. And reach all the way back. Don't be scared to put your hand in here. It's not going to bite you. And you pull it out as well. Or pull this part out. And last but not least, this little contraption that collects something. I don't know what it is. Again, if you want to know, ask T-Bell probably. And you can put in your bucket as well. But those are all the dishes that need to go back. And again, on Saturdays, we would normally take the rack back, but since it's not Saturday, we're not going to do that. So, I hope that this was a helpful tutorial for y'all. If you do have any serious questions or comments or concerns, definitely reach out to myself. You can also reach out to Riley Fernandez or Jacob at Josue now that he knows how to do it.